Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
Hello everybody, I'm JayCaulls. Pleasure to meet you all. This is the Stanley Parable, an exploration story-driven game where you have a choice, but you might not have a choice. It is a game, but it's not quite a game. You know how it goes. Next, you are going to be seeing a 3-part series on me playing this game, getting various endings, and let me know what you think in the comments underneath. If you've played the game yourself, your favourite ending, and don't forget to hit that like button as well and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy. Taking a very long time to load. Oh, brilliant. There we go.
Name's Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. With that, we can take control. Can't seem to interact with anything. Can I interact with the coffee? No jumping. Just it literally seems like collecting. Okay, so stepped out the office. What the? I did read somewhere that there was an achievement for clicking on the door so many times. 400 times, in fact. I'm not going to do that today. But looks like we can't open any of the doors.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Strange. Right. Now we've done this, let's have a quick look at that. Oh, we just accidentally turned the computer off. Oh. I really hope they didn't like have a Photoshop session open on there, worked on it for 24 hours, then realised they forgot to save it. It has happened too many times, as you can imagine. Not let me open any of the doors. I'm not giving a lot to work with here. There's no one here. Oh, I don't like. Why is that on the floor? You know what? Let's look for this meeting room. So that we went to the meeting room, so let's look for this meeting room. Be somewhere, he says. Where's the meeting room? I don't like it when the
When
game's...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Okay. You're going to do this to me, game, are you? This is how it's going to be, huh? Oh, it's the meeting room, though. Go to the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's solve a dispute with a co-worker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passively aggressively on other co-workers, resent co-workers for not supporting you more. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header, and throw some bevel in all the text. This will ensure... Okay, everyone is unique. You most of all. But... Okay. Number of slides on this slide. Charts and slides. High quality post review. We need reviews. 402 plus 405. Want to get rid of the deaf sport portion in the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Wanting teenagers to put in teenager demographic. Big net. Same sort of child trap. Work harder, hard worker. Teenagers, size of demographic. Spare between the teenagers a lot of percent. Throw something in the ideas bin. No more bins. Trash cans. Renaming of the ideas bin. Firing of me. Ideas bin. Right, okay then. To do. Synergize core values expenditure. Shift global market parade. Monetize free to play. Hey, that sounds very familiar. Sounds too familiar. Way too familiar. Right. Well, broom closet. Let's go in the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Well, I don't know, narrator. Maybe I want to play with something in the broom closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Well, narrator, maybe I actually want to look for something.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Fine.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Fine. Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm going to defy him here and...
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Yes.
That this was a dream.
This is a dream.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
What just happened?
In that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
There's a dead man in the road and you feel better?
People whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well, I hope not, because there's a wall right behind her.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right. Okay. Let's not go that way this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go through
This
the right
was
door.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
We'll take this other door. Why not? Why not?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah, well, I can't drink anything in at the moment because you're not letting me use the bloody vending machine. Okay, fine. We'll carry on.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yep, really worth
But
it.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. I don't like the look of that room. Oh god, where am I now? Caution, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Whoa, what the? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is motion will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. Oh shit, okay. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, let's
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? What?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
here we go.
chance.
Right, what we got down here? So, he wants to prove that he can do some good here. Oh.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Do I take the red or do I take the blue? I think... Let's go against him. Let's take the blue door. Got to take the blue door.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Can I go through this door? Oh, hang on, there's a blue door just here. Let's go through this blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Great. Right, let's have a quick look. So
You
that...
see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
I'm
And
sorry.
in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did
I'm
you
sorry.
want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay, let's take you for a spin.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
You know what? I enjoyed the fact that he gave me a third choice. But I'm gonna be really awkward and say I didn't like it.
A one? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a one? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Can I press the one again? Oh. Oh my god. What? It's a leaderboard as well. Are you kidding me? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. 98.9% of more. Oh my. This is you. You're objectively ranked 9,328 out of 3,000. Sorry, 9,328 players worldwide. Oh man. Right. We're gonna ask some friends to help. Error. Friends list is empty. Oh. Game. That hurt. That hurt. A dead rat is offline. Dead rat is not objective ranked. Oh. How long does it take you to get the correct door? Compete against others. Okay, let's try this new experience. I'm willing to...
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I feel motivated. I like the leaderboard.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Shit! No door? There's no fucking door! Oh, you know what? Burn. Oh.
You heartless bastard.
I'm
Did you
sorry.
do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
I don't hate
Because if
babies.
it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course.
This
Just to
game
finish it all off,
has made me
yes, it's
speechless.
complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay. I can't get inside.
Isn't it grand?
Oh, I can.
Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond.
What is this
Diamond
game?
Everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
I don't want to go mining. Do I have to go okay, let's go mining. Oh, do I have to... Mine...
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Okay,
Oh,
let's...
no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game. Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
Oh
You,
my
trapped in a
god.
glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
That's apparently a door. It's not letting me do... Well, I've tried jumping so much that I've just got an achievement called You Can't Jump.
Ooh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
I think you're taking the mix slightly here, mate. Okay.
Genius.
Yes, I am. I am such a genius.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can...
Okay. What the? Beta? Where the hell am I? Fine cabinets go there. What the hell? I can't even bloody see. Is this like some sort of forgotten level? Work in progress. Beta. Please rate your experience. Whoa! Okay. I've broken the game. Well, I was running across there. I was about to shit myself everywhere. Oh, I cursed. Can't put this on YouTube now. Hey, there's a light. And there's 427. Okay, nothing there. Roll the doors.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait. A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Right, so paper on the floor. Think about the weather. Let's turn that off again, just because we can. Look outside. Why is there so much paper all over the floor this time? And no narrator telling me where I need to go. Okay, no more
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. We'll take your left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Okay.
hoping he might find an answer there.
So we went down
Coming
last
to a
time.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Actually go upstairs this time. Oh, I like what he's done with this place. Executive bathroom. You won't let me in the executive bathroom. That's the best bit. No secretary. Nah, nothing there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
We get it wrong a few times.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was
We'll actually enter it. I thought something special would happen if we didn't enter it right.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What the? Whoa, that ambience. Okay, let's have a look through. I have no idea where I am. I can't see. And for some reason I've been allowed to come out the back here. I don't know why. But why do I have a feeling that I'm going to end up dying if I go through here? Where's the big red button? Just push the big red button. Oh. Okay. 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 What's going to happen next?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
I don't know.
This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
It's fine. We can go into the mind control facility. It's not as if I'm going to get my mind controlled. This is what the boss would do, so... Well... I don't know what that is, but let's push the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Alright, escape from there. Can I press it again? No, I can only press it once. What the... Okay, 3 desks. And another big button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What the... Okay. Well, let's get onto it. Right, so there's showing 2 fired just there. Nothing peculiar about this. 4274. Swear it didn't show him at a desk. No. Okay, random.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had
Right.
Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Wow, that's deep.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Where am I now?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
The mind control turned off, everyone saw what happened and ran, I'm guessing. Mind control status offline. See, there's a button here saying I could turn it back on, I'm guessing. Have a look. Not let me push it. Oh. Right, let's have a look. Have a quick look around. So that's number 4. Okay, so is there a specific order I need to be touching these buttons then? There's power through there. 1, 2. Console disabled. Let's do this in order. 1, 2. Where's number 3? There'll be a button number 3 somewhere without going into there. 4's just there, so is this number 3? This is number 3. And let's click number 4. That's number 4. Nothing happened. Okay. What would happen if I step down here? Nothing. Okay. What else we got? The door just there. Can I escape? Nope. Suppose best go through the facility power. Oh wait, it's number 5. Nothing happened.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
But this voice is trying to control me. Turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Oh God, what have I done?
You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Oh,
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy
Right, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
What?
A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Happened?
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
Shit, that didn't work.
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
There's 3 there, okay.
But I'm sure
3 is
whatever
blue.
I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But
That's
I'm
4.
enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Oh, that's nice of
These are
you.
precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
So 3
Dear me, what's the matter,
is
Stanley?
blue.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was
Pressing
capable
3.
of
I'm
turning
pressing
it on?
blue.
I mean, look at you.
Oh wait, shit, that
Running
says
from
10.
button
Right, it's
to
a green.
button,
Find a green
screen
button.
to
Right, okay, I
screen,
finally get this
clicking
now.
on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything. Something here will save me. Why
Right,
would you
green.
think
I need
that,
a green
Stanley?
button.
That this video game can be beaten? One
No.
soul?
Is this the one?
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away.
Green, I'm
to
pressing
death.
green.
You're only still playing instead
Executing
of watching
button
a cutscene because
hint.
I want to watch you
Graphic
for
produced.
every moment that you're
Yes.
powerless. To see you made humble.
I'm pressing green.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
No.
Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you follow me on the socials at JayCaulls, spelled JayCaulls. Subscribe to the video, like the video, and we will see you at the next part. Thank you.